On today's Improversation, we talk about sports for the most part. Euro Cup, NBA, US Open Golf, the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Correct.
Big science fact of the week, and it actually brought in a little bit of a lengthy discussion, which we like.
Which we do like.
We do like it. I threw some more simulation theory questions at you. That was fun. But as always, this podcast is sponsored by Bean Bundle, and you guys had voted for...
I think we got a call coming in.
We have a call. We have a call? Who was calling us here? Oh, hello?
Jerry, it's George. Open up.
Oh, George, perfect. Just in time. I actually got something to show you. It's from Bean Bundle. It's a new coffee subscription.
Perfect. I need coffee. I'm so tired.
Yeah, well, I know. We always go down to the restaurant, and you love your coffee, and I just thought this would be a different way to show you how you can brew at home.
Bean Bundle, huh?
Yes, Bean Bundle. They're Canada. I ordered this from Canada. Can't get it here in the United States.
Ah, yes, Canada. Great White North.
Yes, but they're the new coffee subscription out there. They, you get to try all these different coffees for different trendy roasters every month. And all you got to do is just pretty much tell them how much coffee you drink.
Jerry, that's great.
Yeah, the jar is round. The mug is round. Check out round team. Yeah, there's many different ways to brew, actually. Do you use a filter, George?
I tend to, Jerry.
I think you like espresso, too, by the way you talk.
I do. I need some espresso, Jerry.
Yeah, well, just for you, they got light, medium, dark roast, but ultimately, the choice is yours. The choice is yours.
Where can I go order, Jerry?
Well, all you got to do is just go to beanbundle.com, type in improv25, and you'll get 25% off your month-to-month subscription.
Jerry, Impu 25, Jerry?
No, George, improv25. All you'll have to do is just type in the code, like I said, 25% off your month-to-month subscription.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Let's go.
That was great.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer.
And you can't stay off the weed.
This guy's such an idiot here.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Like an improv conversation. Improvisation.
Yep. Okay, we're good. Trying it again. I thought we had this thing together after we've done probably about, I don't know, what would this be actually? This would probably be like this. No, we were at 69 72. When we stopped, so it'd probably be around 73, 74.
I don't know how you got it. This is our third episode.
Whoa, I don't know if that can come through the mic, if anyone heard those cars rumbling. We got the windows open. It's a little hot today here in Toronto. How's it going, Mike? Doing good?
Yeah, I got low energy today, I think. Yeah,
the Jeb Bush low energy wards are definitely in full effect today. Yeah. But it's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to another Improversation, your end of the week feel good show. I wrote that down this afternoon thinking that could be our slogan. We release episodes on Friday, so it's the end of the week. Let's feel good, right?
It really is a feel good show, so I feel like we should try to lighten up the mood a little bit,
Maybe this will get us in the better mood. We have producer Oz behind the camera today. He's working the computers just in case we have a little bit of mishaps.
As we speak.
Looking for tea times. Producer, where are you looking tea times? Chidoke up in Hamilton. Not bad. Pretty good, decent little track.
Pretty good.
Played there last year. So welcome back. If you guys are new to the show, remember to
smash, smash, smash. Yeah.
The like and subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Leave a comment or review. We encourage any and all types. Follow us on our social media channels.
Follow me.
At Improversation Pod on Instagram and TikTok. At Improversation P on Twitter.
Follow me.
Follow me. That scares me still.
It still does. It's coming from the voices above. Our producer's probably wondering what the hell we're playing because he can't really hear it because it's just coming through our headphones.
Correct.
We got a lot to get into today, but First, we hope you guys enjoyed those videos of Mike golfing on the weekend. I had a couple people ask me, was that stage? Is Mike doing that for show? And I said, no, that is indeed very real reactions.
I mean, so yeah. I mean, the only thing about it that was staged was me trying to do the
Happy Gilmore.
I almost said the Tiger Woods golf swing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to do that every time I play golf, everyone. So, yeah, it was exactly. It was the Happy Gilmore golf swing, and I couldn't even hit the ball. Like, I couldn't even hit the ball.
You missed miserably.
Yeah, and I actually almost like broke my leg doing it too. So,
well, I was gonna say to you at the time, but it didn't really matter. It was the 18th hole. We were just shooting the shit. You were trying to knock one out of the park,
correct.
But you stood so far away, and you gave yourself a good running start.
Right, because that's what Happy does.
I know, but you totally misjudged the distance and everything, and you almost pulled your back out.
I was so focused on trying to get that, like, he does the step and then the other foot that comes behind the leg, and then he brings that foot over. Right?
So long, sucker.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I was really focused on doing. Did you hurt your toe?
Oh, I did. I just fucking jammed it on the floor again.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's how you hurt it to begin with. Like, you just you're a hazard.
It might be a little offside to ask you to feel it, but it feels like there's a fucking protuberance, like a bump, like a groove. Ooh, I don't know.
Let's give it a feel.
It's the one beside. What? Yeah, feel up. Do you feel that? It's a little offside, a little PG-13 rated content there.
Yeah. Keep the. You know what? It's just like it's feet, but clothes on the feet. So I mean,
and it's not even feet. It's not even feet or foot. It's toe.
It's just one single toe.
One single toe. The most important toe. Like I said, no one wants to hear about a broken toe or anything, but I didn't realize how much you actually use your toes.
Yeah.
To like stabilize yourself, walk around.
Especially
that sounds kind of dumb when you say it out loud. I didn't realize how much you use your toes to walk around. But
I know.
Yeah, break a toe, someone out there, and then
figure it
get
out
back
for
to
yourself.
me. Yeah, figure it out. So we got a little bit of a Euro update with Harry and Ron. I don't remember how we did it. Was it Harry Smith or Harry Tyler?
Harry Tyler and Ron Smith.
Ron Smith. So first off and foremost, no joking around. Prayers up to Christian Eriksen.
Agreed.
Scary sight to see. Didn't actually see it at the time at the golf course, and producer Oz had let us know what had happened. And
just a terrible accident. He's a brilliant player.
Maybe we put the accent aside for a second here. It's a bit of a serious subject. But
it's a very serious subject. And I can't even do it right now. I don't know why. I just can't.
We're out of it. Jeb Bush.
Low energy. Yeah, it was fucking terrifying, bro.
Very terrifying.
We were golfing at the time when we heard, and it made me sick to my stomach hearing that shit. Like, just goes to show you, anything can happen to anyone at this point.
And when we found out the news, I tried to look on Twitter right away, and I saw everything was deleted. It wasn't really loading. It was all blocked, and it's like, fuck, did this guy actually might have died on the field if they were taking rid of all the media and social media attention?
Yeah, I don't like to be that person, but I was pretty sure that he wasn't going to make it. I mean, someone had said that they hadn't seen someone without oxygen for that long.
Mm-hmm. It might have been the Danish doctor, the medical doctor. I think in the press conference, he was saying something. He's like, he's basically said like, yeah, he was gone. We had to revive him. It took one defib. I think maybe producer, this will be your first intriguing moment to get on the fact check.
Yeah, but thank God. I mean, they had the defibrillator there,
absolutely.
Right? Like, there's been situations.
Aren't those things called the Mikey defibrillator?
They are, yes, and they have a heart.
Good job.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome.
Christian Eriksen get. Yes, I saw that today. That did come out, a heart starter implant. So I don't know anything what that actually means. Is it just like a safety net or insurance just in case something's to happen again?
So actually, I talked about this, and this isn't even the big science fact of the day, right?
No, we'll get to that big science.
But I was talking to someone who said that it's a pretty routine surgery. Like, it's for people who have heart issues or heart palpitations. And what
does it say anything about like a history of how this could have happened? Sorry, Mike.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit as well. Because I have something I wanted to mention about it. I don't want to like be slanderous or anything, but it's just something that I thought about when I was looking at Chris Eriksen's Instagram page.
Yes, you had brought this up. Yes.
Back to the heart starter. So it's basically just like an electromagnetic pulse. Maybe not magnetic, an electro pulse of some sort. And basically it will help regulate the heartbeat. So if there's something that happens where, let's say it skips a beat or the heart goes out of rhythm or it starts to jump, the heart rate starts to become irregular. this will sort of like reset the heart almost by like
that's crazy that they can do that.
It's a pretty crazy thing. It used to be some pretty serious surgery, like pacemaker type stuff, but now it's like laparoscopic and apparently it's routine. So I don't know if that means he'll be able to play again. I'm got to assume not.
I'm smirking here. I want to give a little bit of comic relief, but it just reminds this talk we're having right now. We're not medical scientists, doctors, nothing like that, but it reminds me of
Doctor on the pitch
in Talladega Nights, where they're asking, I read somewhere that they tried to put a pig heart in some guy in Russia.
Yeah, no, it didn't work though.
And he's like, oh wow, that's pretty crazy. Oh no, he didn't live. But it's just amazing that we're trying that kind of stuff. But yeah, like you said, that's pretty incredible that they can do those kind of things.
Yeah.
But what comes to my mind immediately is, why would you even think about playing again after something like that? I mean, I get it. I don't want to speak for
passion
athletes.
that unites us all.
There's way more to it, but we saw his wife was at the game in Copenhagen. She was visibly and rightfully so distraught. Yeah. Apparently, he's got 2 young kids. I knew he had a kid. I didn't know he had 2 of them. But he posted photos from the hospital saying he's all good, thumbs up, like a Gigi Buffon thumbs up.
Yeah, I saw that too.
He said he can't wait to get back out there, and I'm like, man,
I don't know what that means.
All the power to you, but you gotta, you would think maybe just
son and a daughter.
You just gotta think.
I mean, he's obviously a warrior, but it's scary to think that a professional athlete. He's a year older than us. He's in 92.
Yeah.
So he's 29. I'm 27, turning 28 in December. Mm-hmm. It's scary to think that someone that age, February 14th.
What day is that?
There you go. That's Valentine's Day. Thank you, Oz.
Thank you, Oz. Yes.
Thank you for what other holidays you got there, Oz. What's December 25th, Oz?
Hey, that's Christmas.
That's Christmas. That's Christmas. He knew that one.
No, Jesus' birthday.
Yes.
Jesus, yes. Anyway, it's just scary that it can happen. That like this cardiac arrest can happen to someone as young and an athlete like Christian Eriksen is. It's scary, but it's kind of eye-opening for
very eye-opening.
I think for me, at least, for a lot of people, for sure, that
I think
count
it was
your blessings.
I think it was around an hour after we had gotten the news teed off. We were a couple holes in that the update had come out from the Danish Federation and UEFA saying that he's awake, he's responsive. Like, they don't really know what happened. Obviously, cardiac arrest was the main issue.
Right. So anyway, so going to that, I checked.
But what I would say, he was all good, and thankfully, the tournament can carry on. It was a sign of relief, but it's still very scary stuff.
Right. So and I kind of was curious because I hadn't heard any news about him to see how he was doing. Mm-hmm. And I was.
Is this Detective Mike now? You're going.
It is. Okay. It is Detective Mike.
We need some Sherlock Holmes.
I'm really good
music.
at being a detective. So that should be a whole segment. Detective Mike. What did I find out this week? Well, what I found out this week is, you know what? I'm gonna pull up his Instagram
pull it up.
because I want to get the proper.
I know our producer, when you had brought this up with him, he had thought automatically like, "There's no way they actually." I'm not gonna bring up because I'll let you introduce it, but. He didn't think there was a way that he actually would use the product that he was promoting. And I was the post you had from a couple years ago, or he's had the endorsement for a couple years.
So what it was a recent post, but what the fuck?
That was me, sorry.
I'm trying to log
it on the computer.
Perfect.
Oh, now you got the big screen.
I'm sitting here trying to search for him. I don't even follow him. I should maybe.
Oh, we're getting live codes sent to the phone.
Does it? Yeah, it does. Fine.
But are you logged in?
570821 Oz. Thank you.
Well, this is past future, so no one's going to be able to log in and hack your Instagram account.
That code's going to be expired. Don't you guys worry.
Expired right now.
All those friggin' hackers are getting super antsy over there too.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Anyway, since 2015, this is Christian Eriksen's post. Since 2015, I have been a co-owner and ambassador for...
Sorry. How recent was this post?
This was May 21st, so
this year,
less than a month ago.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so since 2015, so if my math is correct, that's 6 years ago. Christian Eriksen has been a co-owner and an ambassador for State Drinks, which is an energy drink company. He, as he says in his Instagram post here, he is now. I am really happy to present our new zero sugar energy drink together. Try it out. So he's been a co-owner and an ambassador for lots of people for State Energy, which
For these energy drinks.
for these energy drinks,
which we already know are terrible for your health.
Right. There's been
ridiculous
studies,
amounts,
you know, I took a course in university called Drugs and Behavior, and
you're a smart guy.
They told me that, you know, alcohol mixed with energy drinks will make your heart explode. It's not it will. So
we have a friend who's probably listening that used to religiously drink vodka Red Bulls.
Correct.
And I believe he came over to our apartment one night and he woke up. Was it in the morning? Producer Oz remembers this. He was like, I feel fucked.
Yeah.
Like, and luckily he's okay. He's all good now.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary.
I think he still loves to drink vodka Red Bulls, but
who doesn't, dude? I love Red. I cracked a rock star downstairs before I came up here because
yes, he did.
Again, low energy.
Jeb Bush, yeah.
So you know, Christian Eriksen, professional athlete in the gym a lot. I'm assuming runs 12 miles in a soccer game every.
Well, soccer players must be among the top athletes,
Right.
cardio wise, fit wise,
Right,
like
physically
never
fit, you know,
body fat.
You know, ideal. You know, that's the ideal human physique for a male in my like that guy's in the best shape of anyone. Yeah. Anyway, so to me, it's like. Did he drink it? It's been 6 years. He's a co-owner. He's an ambassador.
Oh, well,
I'm sure he's getting all these energy drinks shipped to his house.
Well,
right?
speaking of Sir and Ronaldo, you saw how he removed the Coke bottles from his press conference. So what I was going to say to you, just because they're sponsored by the energy drinks, Coca-Cola, whatever, doesn't necessarily mean they drink it. Now, I'm not saying Christian Eriksen has never had a drink from, what's the company?
State drinks.
You never know.
Energy drinks.
You never know.
You don't. But like,
you would think these guys are a little bit smarter, right? I mean, Ronaldo's like the pinnacle guy to go off of, so maybe
people who smoke are smarter, but they still.
I mean, you
smoke,
do see doctors and nurses smoke cigarettes. So.
Like, I drank an energy drink. Like, I'm overweight. I'm coming upstairs. I'm drinking energy drinks. Like, I'm not Christian Eriksen fit. So, like, you know, anything is possible. So. I don't know, maybe Christian Eriksen was like dabbling in a few of these State drinks a day just to give him a quick little energy boost. And who knows if that had anything to do with it, because an otherwise perfectly healthy human, super athlete, clearly, there's got to be some explanation for how he can just drop dead, literally.
Yeah, I mean, he technically did drop dead.
He did.
Right then and there, yeah.
He was clinically dead.
Yeah.
Like, he was dead. And they brought him back to life. So
I was gonna say something. I totally slipped my mind. Oh,
I mean, obviously very morbid. You know, he was dead. But yeah, I mean, it's scary shit. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm curious to know if Oz, who is that? Kylian Mbappe up there?
No.
Oh,
Got Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Oh, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Gylfi.
Did Iceland even?
Wozniacki.
Oz, do you know off the top of your head if Iceland even came close to qualifying this year?
They did.
They did,
lost
eh?
Their final game against, I believe it was Finland.
Anyways, do you guys think
Finland, the team that Denmark played that day? I had something off the top of my. When we got reminded and we heard of this scenario happen, I remember thinking this isn't the first time this has happened in football, and I think there's been one or two cases more recently of guys dropping on the field. Maybe Oz can look that up if he has got time after the other one, but I remember, I don't want to speak out of turn names or guys, but I remember something like this happening. I don't know if it was to the extent of cardiac arrest. Maybe the player had just gone into a seizure, but I remember thinking like, man, these guys are like on average, Oz, would you say it's about 15 kilometers they're running in a game or maybe more?
10, I think it is.
10? 10 and around 11?
so? A lot.
A lot. And these guys are in incredible shape, but man, like you're putting a lot of stress on your body, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, you work any muscle out too hard and it can tear, it can rip, it can stop working. So yeah, I mean, it's scary shit. I'm glad he's okay, and I was hoping he'd be able to play, obviously, for your home club.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Scumbag.
I wasn't gonna bring our teams into it, but he does play for Inter Milan, so it did hit me a little closer to home. Yeah. And I remember thinking, even years before he came, I'm like, I always wanted to get him on Milan. He was an unreal player.
I mean, on Tottenham, he's a great player. So it sucks, man. I hate to see it happen. You hate to see that shit.
But if we get back quickly to another back little Euro update, we'll bring it back on the rails.
Actually, I was listening to Stephen Coldwell today. And
the Britain, Scotland, yes.
Scotland, yeah. So him and Kevin Kilbane, what's his name?
Kevin Kilbane, yes.
Kevin Kilbane. Their accents are, I like listening to those guys. There's got like an English guy, you got an Irish dude.
Well, that's the thing. They say Kevin Kilbane is Irish. He's got his Ireland cap hat in the background. The guy does not sound from Ireland at all.
Yeah, well,
he sounds like Luke Wildman, and I'm pretty sure Luke Wildman is English, right? Like he might be a half.
What about Conor McGregor?
Yeah, he doesn't sound like Conor McGregor or Rory McIlroy.
Conor McGregor is. He's from, get the fuck out of here. He's maybe from a different part of Ireland. I don't know.
Is Conor McGregor not from Dublin?
Dublin.
I thought he's from Dublin, no?
I don't know.
That's pretty stereotypical if you're from Ireland.
I don't speak the same way as someone who lives in fucking Calgary.
No, that's true.
Oh
but
my God, let's not bring Alberta back.
No, Alberta's staying out of this, but...
Born in Dublin, Ireland?
Dublin.
So he was born in Dublin.
The king of fucking Dublin.
But basically my point was Kevin Kilbane does not sound he's like from the Emerald Isle. Even though he says he's from Ireland.
I mean, I don't think...
Doesn't matter.
I don't think all Irish people sound like leprechauns the same way that all Canadians don't sound like a Mountie from, well, Calgary.
That video I sent you on the weekend of the guy saying what every province would smell like, that guy sounded pure Canadian.
Born in England. Preston, England.
Yeah, see? I knew it.
Yeah, fucking Kevin.
Fucking Kevin Kilbane.
Fake Irish.
But anyway, speaking of the English and the Irish, well, I was going to say Italy has advanced to the round of 16.
Well done.
They look dominant. Maybe the producer can give us some clarification on that. You know, he had his doubts of the Italians coming into before the tournament, but you think they're looking okay? Yeah, that is true. I mean, they have played. Wait till they play a real team. I mean, they have played Turkey.
I don't care.
Turkey was in a pretty decent form coming into the Euro.
They look great.
They beat France.
Yeah, so
Italy looked great. The teams they played looked good.
Switzerland did look good against Wales.
They didn't look bad, in my opinion.
Take that as a no.
I didn't actually. Okay, to be fair, I haven't watched the second half of the Switzerland game, so I missed 2 goals. I think.
I think it could be a mixture. I think it can be a mixture of both of the teams, the competition not being good enough, but Italy just looking that dominant. It could be a little bit of both. Wales did look pretty good in both their games. They're going to play them next, I believe, on Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, everyone.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, Dad. I just find that I don't know. I feel like, especially in Europe, I was going to say European football, but in like European or international football, I just feel like it's so finicky the way some teams win. Like it could be a lucky bounce, it could be a penalty, it could be someone touched the ball in the
dude,
ball.
Look how Portugal won the Euro.
Mats Hummels, you know, they played
unlucky.
France.
Yep.
He kicked the ball in his own net, and that was the game-winning goal.
Yeah.
So like, it's crazy that one little play like that can decide the entire game and nothing else. Like literally nothing else. 2 great football teams and an own goal by arguably one of the best defenders right now ends the game for Germany. So I don't know. I feel like it's
the beautiful game
with the European Championship. I feel like it could really go anyway at this point. A team could be getting dominated 40% to 60% possession.
Yep.
And they could get one counterattack, one bounce, one call gone their way, and the whole game can change.
Absolutely. So, look how Portugal won the Euro in 2016.
Look how Greece won it in 2004.
Yeah, they were squeaking by competition. You need a little bit of luck, but everything's got to fall into place. But England, they take on the Scots today, along with Sweden and Slovakia, and then Croatia versus the Czech Republic. I did want to throw across a couple parlay bets, get back in the betting scene for the sports listeners out there still. I was telling the producer on the way here, I originally had Croatia picked, and then I didn't. And then he was saying that's a good way to go because they looked absolutely terrible.
They did.
In their first game.
They did not look good.
Croatia were in the World Cup final?
Yes, they were.
Semi-final, right?
I think it was, who was in the final? France.
Argentina, wasn't it? Croatia lost to Argentina?
I think Croatia was in the final. It to the final against France.
This is why Oz is here, because we do make mistakes every now and then, but it was either semifinals or final. I think I would put my money on them being in the final against, because Modric was unreal at the time. He was like in top form.
France, Croatia final.
Yeah, so Croatia lost in the final.
The Euros that they were in the semi then.
Yeah.
England made it to the semis of the last Euro as well, didn't they? Yeah. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, they did. I think Portugal beat them?
Portugal might have beat them. I don't really remember.
Odds.
Man. They had, we're putting odds to work today. I told them you just have to maybe kind of sit there and do a little bit of things.
It's like when you get a new toy and you can't stop playing with it. Eventually we're going to get bored of you, Oz.
Yeah. But on Saturday, Germany, they're in a must-win scenario. Oh, okay. But Germany, they're in a must-win scenario against Portugal on Saturday. They're on the verge of elimination in the group of death, which is kind of shocking, and it all goes back to literally just that one own goal by Mats Hummels. Portugal, Hungary, they really showed up in that game. It was 3-0 on the scoreboard for Portugal, but I think it could have been like a 1-0 game at best. Hungary got one taken away from them, I believe, on an offside or something like that. Are you okay? What's going on?
My fucking cord.
And it was 2-1 to Croatia in extra time, 2018 World Cup.
Wow. Crazy. So they blew it there too.
Wow.
But yeah, the Euro, it's been fantastic to watch so far. Games every day from 9 to 5. Cheers, Jeff. Jeff Schrade's man on the pitch. Producer, I'm going to need you to put the first work here to hit that record button on the camera. And it will. You can see it says recording in the corner, right?
Bad, dude.
So all you got to do is hit the button. There's a little red button in the corner. It'll stop, and then you hit it again.
Oh.
And we're back. All right,
God.
awesome.
I got goosebumps from that. It tastes like friggin' olive juice,
What are you
which
drinking?
I like if it's a martini, but it's not.
Do you ever drink pickle juice? Apparently, if you drink pickle juice just by itself, it's really good for you.
I mean, it's just salt and vinegar. Just eat some chips. No, I guess they're not that good.
I was gonna say that.
But no, I mean, I wouldn't not eat pickle juice. I'm sure it's great on like salad.
They
and shit.
say I think it's like maybe like a quart cup. I don't even know what a quart cup is. I just.
Croatia won
Coke
the
cup?
Euros.
Oh, okay.
Can you? I didn't hear a word.
Yeah,
you just
Portugal beat Croatia 1. Would you say
1-0.
1-0? Yeah, 1-0.
Roberto Quaresma.
Quaresma.
said.
That beauty.
I think Quaresma drinks pickle juice. That's why he's in such good shape.
Could be. Maybe it's Ronaldo.
But switching to a little bit of sports topics here. The U.S. Open got underway. Bryson and Brooksy, they're not paired together.
Why is that?
Well, apparently the story is fake.
Fine day Sunday.
Fine day Sunday, Dudley. We have a friend who's listening right now that I've been going back and forth on Twitter a little bit. And he clarified with me today that Brad Faxon indeed told a lie. Where is the thing?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He had said that apparently the USGA had gone up to Bryson and said, "Do you want to play with Brooks Koepka?" And Bryson shut it down, saying doesn't want the distraction.
Which is what I heard, and I was like, coward move.
Right?
Coward.
And then
they shouldn't even give him a choice.
And then it was like, well, that might not actually be true. I think they talked to Bryson about it. He said, that's not true. Whatever. I'll gladly accept it, whatever. And I thought at the time, there's no way he would accept that because he's just already kind of like, I'm going to stick to my green book and...
I don't. You're gonna make me say it. I don't care that you broke your arm.
But I don't think he's anywhere to be found on the leaderboard. I mean, this is past future, so this is how Thursday's kind of looking out.
He might have just started. So like, if you go all the way down to the bottom, he was even. Bryson. Anyway.
Bryson, let's see. Tell me if you can see his name.
And he's probably gone now. Oh, there he is. Hold on.
There he is. He's even through
Ooh,
3.
we can get some video action going too. This is pretty neat.
Let's see if there is a little bit of video.
Tab.
But I don't want to play any video.
Dude,
I don't want to get taken down.
I saw a Bryson video where he was putting like I would shoot a basketball.
Well, he keeps his arm like super straight.
Well, he was putting through his leg like a granny shot.
This is pretty cool. We got some live coverage going on of Torrey Pines. Do we do a little bit of golf commentary?
First of all, did you see the... Oh, dude, I would love to do some... This one is the
green
lubber.
But anyway, back to leaderboard quickly before we get back
to
Bryson commentary. Russell Henley at the top at
Bryson
4 under.
DeChambeau.
We got the 2 Italians, Francesco and Eduardo Molinari. Francesco tied for second right now, minus 368.
You got
Xander, get your boy.
Get your boy.
Tied for fourth along with Brooks Koepka. And then Patrick Rogers on the board, son of Ed Rogers,
Correct.
not actually.
Correct. That's factual, everyone.
Canadian Adam Hadwin tied for 6th. I don't really see. Oh, Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama's 1 under through 3.
Nice.
Right ahead of Rory McIlroy.
Rory McIlroy.
We have another Italian, Guido. How do you say his last name, producer? Milozzi?
It's Miliozzi.
Wow, so he's up in the 20th. But back to Bryson here. Let's give our best Jim Nance, Nick Faldo impression. Should we do that?
Right? I mean, I don't watch enough golf.
We don't have to talk like them, but if you know some golf commentary.
I mean, I just from maybe PGA.
All right, so here
All right, let's hear it.
Do you want to be Nicky Faldo? All he's got to do is speak in an accent. He just says, "Oh my goodness."
I think the other guy's easier just because I think I know him a little bit more. But you started him.
Jim Nance.
Jim Nance. Yeah, he's got the deep voice, like the.
I think this is Tyler Strafacci out of the fairway.
Tyler.
Playing with Matsuyama and DeChambeau today. Lands it on the green, sticks it there, and it's about
little short.
Yes, Nick, it's about 20 feet out. Great shot there. Now this isn't the actual broadcast, so there's really can't cut to.
This isn't the actual broadcast.
It's just a live, and here is Hideki Matsuyama out of the fairway now. 2020 Masters. Sorry, 2021 Masters champion.
He does talk so calmly when he's commentating.
Fifth hole.
We're on the fifth hole.
Wearing the red pants, black shirt.
It's gonna be an easy 9-wedge. 9-wedge?
Oh well, you're fired there, Nikki.
9-wedge, huh?
So yeah, the U.S. Open, we'll be tracking that and we'll give an update. If maybe I was gonna actually put them in a golf pick, but I didn't. I forgot to do that. We'll post the picture today on Instagram. Go check it out. I think I picked the Vegas Golden Knights to take Game 3 against the Montreal Canadiens. We'll get to the NHL in a second.
We will.
I take England going. Beating Scotland. I think it was a goal was the spread. And then
fuck England.
And then I took the Utah Jazz to take Game 6 against the Clippers, with Kawhi potentially being out. But I guess that's a segue into the NBA.
What's with all this fake news in sports these days?
Oh, of like Kawhi's injury and stuff like that.
Just kidding. Bryson turned down playing with Brooks.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's like a simulation, dude. This is the simulation we live in. But yesterday, 2 days ago, because this past future, sorry for the pause, the 2-year anniversary of the Toronto Raptors winning the NBA championship and the parade. Kawhi will always be in our hearts. You know, at first I was a little upset and very hurt, obviously, that he decided to leave, didn't want to run it back for another year.
We could have tried, at least.
I think we would have had a very legitimate shot again.
We weren't bad without him the first year, were we?
No.
Last year?
Oh, well, all the games he sat out, the Raptors, I think, only even lost twice, maybe not even.
Right, I remember.
Him and Kyle really molded well together towards the end. It's sad to see, but, you know, Kawhi goes out with an injury. Like you said a couple seconds ago, you know, that originally was reported as an ACL. Turns out it's just a knee injury. Paul George came out and performed actually for once in the playoffs. He went 37 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists for a Game 5
Marner
win.
Of playoff, the NBA.
Save the Leaf stuff. We're going to get to that in a minute. But LaMelo Ball wins the Rookie of the Year. That is very awesome to see. I'm a big fan of the Big Baller brand.
Yeah, Triple B.
A hater.
You are a hater.
And if you're not, well,
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Exactly. LeVar said it first. I told you so. But I think he's going to be a really good piece for the Charlotte Hornets. It's pretty cool that your owner's Michael Jordan. Maybe we can actually one day see Michael Jordan LeVar play one-on-one because he said he would beat him. Never lost.
Never lost.
So shout out to LaMelo, Rookie of the Year, Big Baller brand. The Atlanta Hawks, they came back from a mile away in Game 5.
Dude, Philly sucks, and they will always suck. Just remember that.
Speak your mind, but trust the process. Atlanta, trust the process. Trae Young is legit. I wrote here Tar Young. Trae Young, 39 points in 40 minutes. Yeah, just a little bit of dyslexia there.
Terry Young's been on a tear.
Yeah, Terry Young, he has been on a tear, but Philly, I mean, you're a big fan of Joel Embiid, maybe fantasy-wise.
I'm a big fan of him fantasy-wise. As a player, I think he's a cancer
second
to every
favorite team is
beat.
Philly. I don't know if you've been catching much of the series, Joel Embiid or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
big AI guy over there.
Of course. Well, who isn't a big AI guy? Everyone should be a big AI guy.
You want to know why I like AI? Because he faced a lot of adversity because he was a small player trying to enter the NBA.
Oh, this guy's... Here we go. This guy's going to bring it into the NHL talk, but we do have to mention that the Bucks and the Nets are playing Game 6 tonight. So last night...
Don't care. I honestly don't even care.
Well, that's your boy, dude. That's your Greek brethren behind you.
I will not watch the Brooklyn Nets. I can't do it. It's a fucking sham.
What's a sham?
Sellout.
48 minutes.
I feel
I
like
was going to say Kevin Durant, 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists, and he played every single minute.
Respect.
With James Harden just being pretty much a decoy,
if you're the best
no
player,
Kyrie.
I would love for you to do that more often. Like LeBron does it.
Go get your boy. Go get your boy Giannis. What's he doing? He's shying away from defending,
bro. He's got.
We just saw the producer.
He's got
play
a long way to learn.
We just saw the producer play a sound clip from a podcast where the assistant coach from the Raps had said, the game plan for Milwaukee. Kawhi just said, "I'm going to guard Giannis."
Yeah.
We don't see Giannis saying, "I'm going to go guard Kevin Durant," or at least maybe he is, but he's not saying it, and it doesn't look like he is. He got PJ Tucker on his ass. Remember PJ Tucker played for the Raps?
PJ Tucker's more like.
Avoided the question.
Yeah,
He actually said that they need to do a better job as a team.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Giannis, phony MVP? What?
I'm not going to say he's a phony MVP for when he won it because I think he deserved it, but
but he hasn't done anything in the playoffs, kind of like our boy.
It's not like he hasn't done anything in the playoffs because he's still won series.
They were also up 2-0 against the Raps, choked 4 straight. I think they got swept last year by Miami. No, was it Miami?
I mean,
fact check that.
I'm not here defending Giannis.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I like Giannis because he's Greek and I think he's a freak.
Yeah, but you're hating on Kevin Durant, is what I'm saying.
Hating on Kevin Durant because I think he's a coward who fucking hides behind fake Twitter accounts, and he's got such an ego where he feels like he needs to respond to everyone.
He does have an issue.
If you're really the best, if you're really the GOAT, if you're the greatest player, if you're the guy that you think or that you say you are or that you believe you are,
who do you think you are? I am.
Act like it. Exactly.
What was that guy's name? Pete Weber? Yeah, I think we got to pull up that clip.
That's right.
I think it was the anniversary of the Pete Weber clip. Let's see if we can play it here. It is out of this world.
Here it is. Pete Weber.
Strike to claim
for the
it.
win. Strike to claim it. He got it! It's the 2 thumbs. It's the best.
The 2 thumbs and this guy. So it was. Man. When was this? Let's see if there was an actual thing. It might have been this year, 2012. So this year it was an anniversary.
They didn't get swept. They lost in 5 last year.
They lost in 5. Okay,
and
so almost a sweep.
Milwaukee came back and swept the Heat this year.
Yes, I knew that. Yeah. But back to Pete Weber for a second. Who do you think you are? I am. It was the anniversary, a 9-year anniversary, and apparently a story had come out. Do you know the actual story of what this happened? So first of all, he completely butchered the saying. That's how he ended up saying, "Who do you think you are? I am." But allegedly,
I heard about this.
There was a 12-year-old boy in the stands.
One of these guys?
yeah, it might have been. It might have been one of these guys.
Was that Hollister? Yeah.
Let me try and take a screenshot. So these are the people in question here. The 7th grade boys. People are going to hear that click through the headphones, actually. We're going to throw it up on the screen right here. But allegedly, one of these boys was chirping Pete, saying you got no game, you're not coming back, whatever you chirp, however you chirp in bowling.
Hey, nice balls, loser. Like, I don't know.
What is that, 15 pounds, you pansy? So apparently Pete wasn't having any of it, gets this strike. I don't even know, maybe it's a go up in the set. Do you know how bowling works? Is it like tennis?
Fucking clue, dude. I only learned
sets,
the only knowledge I have from about bowling is from Wii Sports. So,
great game.
I don't even remember what a perfect game is. 310?
No, 300. 300 bowling's perfect game. 310? I think it's 300.
Call 310, free sex.
Not paid
Welcome
by Pizzaville.
to Pizzaville.
300. All right, bowling a perfect game is 300.
300.
So, according to this, Pete Weber beat him by 1 point. He needed the strike, I guess, to win. But yeah, anyway, he was upset that a 12-year-old boy was chirping him, got so jacked up. That is what he came up with, and we're going to play it again.
Who do you think you are? He sounds like a bowler.
You tell him, Pete.
He sounds like a professional bowler.
You tell that Bean Ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. So you brought up Mitch Marner and knowing what it takes and all that kind of stuff. Before we get to a big Leaf talk, because I thought that was going to be the majority of this episode, we'd still have big science. I still got some sim theory questions to prove we do live in a simulation theory. I'm going to throw at you again. But the Habs won game 2 handily, and they almost choked it away, but they held on.
Dude, I fell asleep. I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I checked the score. It was 3-2. They were winning 3-0.
They held on. Marc-Andre Fleury let in that muffin from Tyler Toffoli, and he was probably thinking this.
Stupid fucking game.
But it's going to be...
you know what? Tyler Toffoli, 8-game point streak.
Yeah, he's on fire.
I mean... It just goes to show you that hockey gods are real. They exist.
Absolutely.
And they have blessed this man for some reason. I love the guy, though. I think he's a great player. I think he's been a great addition. I thought he was... This is exactly who I thought he was going to be for the Habs. So.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Correct.
It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the series plays out as they head back to La Belle Province. I'm not sure what the actual numbers of fans. I think they had... What did they have in Winnipeg? They had up to 2,500, I think, or they kept it at 500. Anyway,
no, I think it was 2,500.
Rumor is they're supposed to have a little bit more than 2,500, maybe just
at the Habs game
at the Bell Center.
They've approved 3,500.
35. Okay, that's the official number.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to sneak in more than 35.
Oz, can you confirm?
35. Well done.
Thank you.
They're going to sneak in more than 3,500. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
why not?
Why can't you get in 4?
Dude, did you see Vegas? The people of Montreal were storming the streets of Vegas
Yes, I
after
did
that
see
win.
that. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
did.
come on.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's gonna be jam packed outside the Bell Center too. Just fucking let them in the building.
Just go.
If you even got a vaccination, 1 shot, 2 shot, get in there, wear a mask,
1
make
shot,
everyone
2
happy.
shot, 3 shot, 4 shot. All I hear is gunshots. This is where the fun stops.
Do you think this series is going 7 games?
I actually had the Habs winning in 6. The
course you did.
Habs Vegas. I just
That's a
think
ballsy
no.
pick.
It is.
Pick.
It is right. And I was actually talking to
Right now, it's a best of 5 though.
correct. And
Best of 5.
I was talking to a buddy of mine, big Leaf fan. He had Vegas in 6, and I said Habs in 6, and he was like, "Oh, don't do that to me." Blah blah blah. It's hurting me watching them go on this cup run. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, listen, they shocked the Leafs. I mean. Did they
Really? Yeah.
No. Okay.
I mean, down 3-1. I think it's a bit of a shock.
Winnipeg, right?
That's a shock.
They swept Winnipeg, and I said, "That's it. They're gonna win." Because like, what the fuck is going on here? So
Cinderella.
I think, I really think it's almost written at this point. You know, Tyler Toffoli, 8-game streak, 8 game point streak. Holy shit! I just think it's written at this point. Carey Price, one of the best goalies in the league right now. Like,
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
and they're proving it. So
They are proving it.
you know, good on them. I also really enjoy watching the Islanders play. I enjoy the team that Lou Lamoriello has put together.
No, that's a series, man. That's going 7. I think for sure.
I have Islanders winning that in 7, and I
Islanders.
really think they're going to take Tampa down.
Habs Islanders Cup final.
That's
Any hockey historian, hockey nerd would love to see that.
Would
me personally, I would
modern
love to
hockey-
see that. As much as it hurts me, I would love to see that.
I just don't think modern hockey fans would be super. I don't think Gary Bettman's happy about that.
Oh, he'd be pissed.
I think he'd be pissed.
I think he'd be pissed either way it ends up. I mean, Vegas, that's okay. They're like something cool to see. It's a cool story. 2nd cup final in 4 fucking years, which is, man, it's so ridiculous when you really think about it.
It's embarrassing. I mean,
It's like, how is that even possible? Anyway, I don't know if Seattle. What's that?
How they put the team together.
Yeah, it's incredible, man.
they've done a great job since they've entered the league. I do personally.
I think they might have, and I think they actually are changing the rules a slight bit for Seattle.
Well, they shouldn't even at that point because it's not even fair.
Well, what the main thing was with Vegas was they were holding teams ransom because
Right.
not no one, but there was a few GMs like the older guys, Rutherford, Lamoriello, that had been a part of expansions. But when Tampa came in the league with Ottawa in '92, Ottawa and Tampa were dumpster fires for like 5-6 years.
Correct, and that's the way it should be. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Maybe they want to get them going, make them good, so that they can get a fan base.
Yeah, what I was going to say was there were a lot of teams that were strapped to the cap, a lot of teams that were going to lose a lot of good players. So Vegas was George McPhee and McCrimmon. They were able to make side deals, being like, all right, we won't touch player X. We're going to take player Y, and we promise we won't touch player X if you give us a 2nd round pick.
Right.
They collected all these draft picks. Right, they ended up trading most of them away. When they tried to get Thomas Tatar, that was a bust. They ended up shipping him off to Montreal.
Right,
Thomas Tatar.
Yes, classic.
They were able to get Suzuki in that, but they were able to do a bunch of like tinkering. You know, they were able to move a bunch of pieces around.
They did a fantastic job. Like they made several trades.
Kelly
within that
McCrimmon had a
first year.
whole year to scout the NHL and be like, these are my guys available. He had a whole year to literally try
Just
and
watch
mold the
hockey.
perfect team.
Yeah, I mean, I want him,
and he's already
I
a
want
smart
him.
hockey mind. A lot of guys should be going after the Leafs.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go into it.
Well, let's get into it because
I'm
Lou.
sick of it. I'm sick of talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're not even playing. They haven't played for almost a month now. And I'm honestly so sick of it, but
Well, it's because
I can't stop. It's a habit I can't quit.
2 things that
Like
triggered
that.
the conversation yesterday with me and you was Jason Spezza re-signed in Toronto for another year.
Yep.
$750,000.
Yep.
He said I want to win.
And then I said,
he was
poor
getting
guy.
he was getting chirped like crazy in the comments because it's like, why would you go to Toronto if you want to win? We can't even defend that statement anymore.
My face looked like Kramer's face over here. Like,
Can't even defend that statement anymore because they haven't done jack shit. He said he would take less. I mean,
if he could.
He could, he would take less because he wants a team win. But hold on. I know where you're going to go with this, but I want to say Jason Spezza has been, this will be a 20th season. The guy's already made his money. He probably cares less. He would definitely play for free. And he's playing for his hometown. And what he did last year, paying for the Marlies' salaries and literally dropping the gloves in the Columbus series, being the the leader. The guy I saw on Twitter, this guy should never have to pay for a meal in Toronto ever again.
I mean, the guy is just such a stand-up guy. Yeah. He's the kind of heart I wish every player.
Remember when Mike Babcock thought he didn't know the penalty kill and had to sit out game 1 of the season?
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be the fucking game.
Say what you want about Babs. Let's not even drag him into this conversation.
Lou's up for another GM of the Year award. He won last year.
Rightfully
deserved.
Rightfully deserved. How do you get rid of a guy like him?
Well, here we go, because this is where it always comes back to, and we got into a lengthy discussion over the last couple days.
It drives me nuts because this whole thing with Babcock, okay,
go on. Right? Yeah,
start this whole thing with Babcock.
Let me know what lane you want to go down.
I don't even know what lane we're going in.
Stay in your lane.
It's an improvisation,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
So I really don't know where this is going. That's usually how our Leafs conversations go. I just start rambling and then it gets political somehow. I mentioned that to you yesterday.
If you don't know who I am,
this is you.
Then maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
We'll be talking about hockey at one point, and then all of a sudden I'll make you feel bad that you don't want free healthcare for all. It's just how it works. Yeah. So tread lightly. No, but I don't know. I just think that the whole Babcock situation, I think it started by getting rid of Lou Lamoriello and bringing in Kyle Dubis.
No, I didn't even want to say his name.
I was going to say something like douchebag or something.
How dare you on the bones of my father?
Kyle Doofus.
Kyle Doofus, yes.
Kyle douchebag, Kyle Doofus, Kyle dweeb. I don't know. Kyle Dweebus. Listen, I think that stop it. Yeah. I think that it all started by firing Lou Lamoriello.
Well, they didn't fire him.
Well, okay, by letting him.
They let him walk. They let him walk because they were scared. It was allegedly Dubis, Mark Hunter, Lou Lamoriello up for the GM. Lou had just been there for 3 years. Yeah, he made some fucking shitty deals.
Not enough time.
Patrick Marleau, it was a good signing for 2 years. That third year on the deal, we had to sacrifice a first-round pick for someone to take him.
I'm sure Lou could have figured it out too.
Probably, but right? Nikita Zaitsev, that was a terrible deal, but they ended up getting rid of him.
It happens.
Freddie Anderson was a good deal, right?
Great deal.
So there's what I'm saying is there's pros and cons to both sides of Lou Lamoriello, but he was able to bring in pieces, Matt Martin, Leo Komarov, Brian Boyle at the time, right? And they were guys that actually fit.
Right.
Didn't get the job because the Leafs and Shanahan were scared of losing Dubis. Mind you, to the Colorado Avalanche were the team that was going after Dubis. I think they made the right decision.
You think?
I think they made the right decision with Joe Sakic. Is this still recording there, Oz? Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna might change it in a couple minutes.
Anyway,
so that's where they messed up. They gave the keys to the car to a kid, literally a kid at the time,
16-year-old who just got his license.
Who, by the way, got a job with the Sioux Greyhounds by nepotism.
Yeah, you think?
Now,
explain it, because I didn't know that, but I believe
it was someone in his family that was part ownership of the Sioux Greyhounds. They might still have part ownership. I don't know if you want to check that. But that's how he got it. He ended up getting an analytical job at 16.
Giovanni, I think the guys played really well, and I think there's a lot of work for us to do in the offseason. Fix the glasses. I'm a douchebag. My name's Kyle Dubis. Like, you fuck that guy.
A hater.
I am a hater, and I've always been a hater. You know what? For a split second in the timeline of me being a Leaf fan, I actually liked the guy for trying to bring in people like Wayne Simmons, Nick Foligno, Jumbo Joe. I was even excited, as you can see by the jersey on my wall. I was excited. I was excited to bring in a guy like Jumbo Joe because I thought maybe for once that he would drill into some of these young kids' heads who make more money than Joe ever did in a year. I thought he would be the one guy who would be able to drill into these guys' heads that, hey, I'm here because I want to win and I'm not here for any other reason. Mm-hmm. So figure it out. I thought he was going to be that guy.
At the time, we were all happy to see him actually try and change his philosophy by bringing in Simmons, Thornton, Foligno at the deadline, Bogosian at the back end, signing TJ Brody a year later because Kadri nixed that trade. So I don't want to discredit him for not trying because he tried. But I had said this at the beginning, and we can even go back and pull it up from the archives. Did we really think Joe Thornton at 40 years old was going to be effective? Wayne Simmons was an okay player. I like what he brought to the table, and he was off to a great start, and then he broke his hand, and I think that really derailed everything for him.
Joe got injured.
Joe got injured, and that might have thrown him off. But once again, did we really think Joe Thornton was going to do anything? It was a good
I'll tell
novelty
you what
piece.
I think. I thought that even if Joe couldn't perform on the ice, he would be the best guy and the only guy that the Leafs needed to have in the locker room.
And by all accounts, he was.
To get their shit together, and it didn't even work for, like, how many interviews have we seen about people talking about Jumbo Joe and how he is the most influential player in the locker room? How when he speaks, everyone listens. And the fact that I don't know if he didn't speak or if I don't know what happened, if he was just trying to be buddy with like Matty and Mitchie and all the fucking boys. He's trying to, relive his life vicariously through the kids on the team. He's trying to be 20 years old again. I don't know. Whatever the situation is.
Well, that's the second.
It didn't fucking work.
That's the second part of this conversation because, the Leafs are very top heavy. They put all their money, literally all their money, and most of their money into four guys. Tavares, Matthews, Marner.
That's what the Leafs just fucking did.
Yeah, they did. And I was listening to this on the radio the other day. The Leafs actually had a clean slate when Lou Lamoriello came in. They almost had all those bad contracts out. Phil Kessel is officially coming off the books this year, which is asinine to begin with. They got rid of Dion. They cleaned house. They let P.A. Parento play for the year, guys like that. And it was a fresh start. And then you go out and you start giving out these big contracts. Now, you were getting upset at me for saying this, but I will never blame a player for getting as much money as possible. All right? It's on management to dictate the terms of the deal and how much money you want to give. The only guy I will not really give fault to by management is Austin Matthews. That guy is clearly an unbelievable talent. The Leafs have never had a player like this. The NHL hasn't seen a goal scorer like this since Ovi in his prime, Stamkos in his prime. Like, the guy is a goal scoring machine, and they very rarely come around. I would say that guy is almost underpaid, to be honest, and so is Connor McDavid. Those guys are technically underpaid. When you have Mitch Marner making about $600,000 less than Austin Matthews, and then you have John Tavares coming in for $11 million. Yeah, he's a good leader and all. I would have more rather him take the $13 million in San Jose at this point. Nylander, we were giving him shit. You shouldn't have took that. He sat out, blah, blah, blah. But that looks like a pretty good deal now. Are you okay? What's going on?
I'm fine. I'm just trying
You're upset. I know.
I got indigestion from the booze I drank earlier. Like, I don't know, man. And this fucking conversation stresses me out because, like, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know who to blame, but I need to blame someone.
Yeah,
so I'm automatically gonna blame the guy that makes the most fucking money.
Okay,
the same way that if I have an issue with a company, like, I'm not gonna yell at the person I'm on the phone with. Give me your manager. Give me the fucking CEO. Give me someone.
Who's the manager
who
of the
makes
Leafs?
the most money? Tell him to give me a fucking call.
Okay, but in sports it's a little different. But who manages the team? Kyle Dubis. He's the one giving out the actual dollar figures.
I've been calling for Kyle Dubis' head since he fucking signed with the Leafs.
I like what you're doing there with the mic.
Yeah, because I'm mad. I'm going to fucking throw it soon. Listen, I've wanted his head.
Yeah.
Nobody else did, and now it's time.
We're allowed to be very upset at the players. They did not show up. They haven't shown up, and they make a lot of money.
Well, that's the issue, is that they've yet to show me that they actually give a shit.
I agree. But I think the bigger issue is how management has once again screwed this up royally. They have gave themselves no wiggle room. They have decided to go in this.
Okay, so what do you do if you're management?
Dude,
listen.
I don't know.
What do you do when Mitch Marner doesn't show up to training camp?
Oz, I'm going to have to get you to, sorry, Mike, to hit that record button, start and stop again.
So what do you do?
What's that battery level at, by the way? Does it tell you? Just getting a little
trying to kill my fucking flow.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Good. It's recording again, though?
So,
good? Okay.
What I was saying was, what are you supposed to do when you're Kyle Dubis and Mitch Marner doesn't show up to training camp because he wants north of $10 million a year. We offered him 9.37.
It's much
and Mitch was like, nah, it's got to be like 10.5.
This is where it gets
10.3. 1 more million. 1 more million, please.
This is where it gets tough.
When William Nylander sits out for a half a fucking year, right? Imagine I just didn't show up to work for half a year and said, until you give me a raise, I'm not going to show up.
Well, okay, but this is what I was just going to say. This is where Lou Lamoriello would have came in, because that is an old school guy.
Well, that's my point.
He wouldn't have let the players walk all over them.
Right. And that's why I said that, this is a mistake, But I'm mad at the players and their agents, whatever.
Why?
Whether
For taking
or not,
money? Dude, if this is like what I said, if someone threw $11 million in front of your face, what are you going to say at the age of 22? You're going to say no?
What I have to do
what
for
they have
that
to do,
$11 million.
Okay, but what they have to do right now is make as much money as possible.
Win a fucking playoff series,
yes,
please.
Yes, I understand that.
Do you
I'm
understand?
Not,
because you seem to want to give Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews more money for not winning.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. If management is going to give you that much money, why shouldn't you take it? Why shouldn't you take it? You're 22, 21 years old. You're getting $60 million. Connor McDavid's case, $100 million thrown in front of your face. You could go out with an ACL injury. You could hold on. You can break your neck.
Prince from Saudi Arabia. I would absolutely love $1 million. Send it to my bank account.
Dude, you're missing the point.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not disagreeing with you. Of course, I'd be upset that they took that much money. But when you're that age and you only have such a small window to make your money, and anything can happen. Like, this isn't meant to be as a joke, but something could happen like Christian Eriksen and one of these guys.
And I understand.
Then what? You lose all your endorsements, you lose all your money. So if someone's throwing you $60 million in front of your face, you're taking it.
I mean,
and it's
you make it sound like
fault.
these guys are living paycheck to paycheck.
No. That's not what I'm saying, dude. But if you're an athlete, it's so hard to make it to that level to begin with.
So like $9 million versus $10 million, you really need to stretch for that extra mil?
No, but that's not us. That's not up to us.
I mean, it's not up to us. It's up to someone to be advising these guys. Hey, I've been as an agent, don't you think you should be studying the team that your client's on to say, hey, listen, we signed this contract. We're going to be handcuffed to this fucking cap. And it just doesn't look good. You're gonna become a villain in Toronto. They're gonna chase you out of here because you take this contract. Who's coaching these guys?
But at the end of the day, honestly, I really don't think they're gonna care because they got their money in the bank.
I think they're gonna care. I really think they're gonna care.
A very small
when it's
amount
all
of them
said
do.
and done, and if they say, let's say they leave Toronto, they go to fucking Arizona or wherever they want to go, they don't win anything. They retire at 35. They sit there with all their millions, and they're like, fuck. Now what?
They didn't win, right?
They didn't win. Now what?
How
do you feel at 35 when you have more than half your life to live without hockey? How do you feel when the one thing you worked your entire life up until 35 years old, you failed at? You got money, you failed. How do you feel?
Yeah, but you would assume that everyone playing in the NHL is there to win a Stanley Cup, but there's guys that are just there to I'm good enough, I'm going to make my money and get out.
Yeah, if I'm Zach Hyman, that's what I'm doing. Because I know I'm not good enough. If I'm Zach Hyman, I'm taking as much money as I can right now because this opportunity might never come again.
Yeah, and
if I'm
Austin Matthews, it's not going to be in Toronto.
Austin Matthews will be making money for a very long time. Injured or not, he will be making money for a very long time, in my opinion.
Well, you brought up the endorsements with Austin Matthews and Zach Hyman. We were talking off the air.
Call Sokolov.
What endorsements does Austin Matthews have other than maybe Mars Blade?
I don't know, dude. Is that the
hockey, the skates, the Mars Blade?
I don't know, but Mitch does a lot.
Mitch does a lot. Zach Hyman does a lot. Did you find any info on Kyle Dubis? No. Who's Walt Dubis?
That's his grandfather.
Grandfather is
Walt. He was the operations manager at Metroland Media. Oh no, that could be someone else. I don't know if that's the same guy.
But anyway, the Zach Hyman makes a lot of money off endorsements.
Dude, I'm sweating from this because it drives me fucking nuts.
I know. And I said it the other day to you, the fucking Leafs, I really don't want to talk about them anymore.
Anyway, I
think we can agree. I think we can both in agreement that they messed up with Dubis and Lou, right? Until Dubis, it sucks. This is such a tough job as a GM because you literally can't control what goes on the ice. All you can do is try and put the best team on paper.
Dude.
But he's failed as a manager. And I say manager because that's what you are. You're there to manage. He did a bad job so far at managing the cap. Yes, COVID fucked that up. There's going to be a stagnant salary cap for the next 5 years.
It's just so hard to have a 39-year-old Kyle Dubis telling a 50-year-old Mike Babcock who to play on the ice and why he's getting these players. And then for 50-year-old Mike Babcock to go to 39-year-old Jason Spezza, who's, been in the league for longer than Kyle Dubis has.
Yeah, and say what you will about Mike Babcock and how his tenure ended here, but at the time, you had Mike Babcock, Lou Lamoriello, and Mark Hunter. You could arguably say that is the best big three in management in the hockey world, collectively.
Ever. What are you doing?
What I mean?
Why are you getting rid of that?
Yeah, dude, we'll never know the question. We'll never know.
Politics, nepotism.
I think Shanahan was scared to lose Kyle Dubis, and they didn't want to let him go without.
To lose him to who? Who is this kid?
Well, that's the thing. They didn't know, and they wanted to give him a chance. And he wants to try and change the way hockey's played. It's like, I got news for you.
It's hockey, like John Chayka, right?
Yeah, hockey. Exactly. How'd that end up?
Yeah.
Hockey and the Stanley Cup have been won the same way for 100 fucking years. I don't know why the Leafs have to be the experimental team where you pay top end talent and you build a team around it. But this all goes to my thing about management. The team they built around their top guys is brutal. Brutal. How many times did I say it on the previous podcast? If you have Alex Galchenyuk on your second line, you are in trouble.
You're right.
You're in trouble.
And there's a fundamental issue when you think trading for someone like Dennis Malgin is going to, and throw him on your third or fourth line is going to make your team better.
And they continually go to draft smaller skilled guys who are going to be interchangeable pieces like Bracco, Robertson, Malgin, Brooks. Guess that's what I'm saying, Brooksy.
Listen, so Oz mentioned to us a few days ago that he was like, I forget what Oz mentioned to us now. I was just thinking about it. It wasn't you, Oz. It was another Oz. I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't want to talk about the Leafs anymore. We have a couple listeners out there.
Here's what Oz said.
Okay.
He's talking about Ryan Reeves, players like Ryan Reeves, Will Carrier. Like, why are these guys? Like, would you rather
go get them? And I said, I'd love to, but we can't.
We can't because they're not making $750K like Jason Spezza because they're better and they deserve more than So it goes back to the fundamental analysis of people saying that your bottom six forwards don't matter. Dump all your money of the cap into your top six forwards.
You pay your talent
and pay them, and then slot random guys in at your bottom six. That's not how hockey works. I don't know when it changed, but that's never how it works.
Look at the Islanders, how they're built. Look at the Habs, how they're built. And who was I just...
Listen,
it was the Islanders. Basically
it was me,
Lou.
And I will go on the record and say that I really believe that players making X amount of dollars in the cap in the modern day hockey era will never win because it's just not...
It's going to be very, very, very hard.
It's just very difficult to make that work.
It's going to be very difficult. And
unless you have players like Zach Hyman, who I think deserve $5.5-6 million, who want to take $3 million, it's not ever going to happen.
Zach Hyman think about it like this. This will be the last comment about the Leafs, and we'll move on because we do have a big science fact I want to get into.
Correct.
As always. But think about this. You're Zach Hyman and you're his negotiating team at Sokoloff Lawyers, and you're sitting there in front of Dubis, and you're going, and Dubis, maybe let's say he throws out $5 million, and Zach Hyman goes, "You think I'm $6 million worse than Austin Matthews?" Yeah, exactly. You think I'm half the player Austin Matthews is?
And he'll say, maybe I was when I played with half of a leg.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Dubis can be like, well, you're injury prone. You're already like 27. There's going to be factors that go back and forth. But Zach Hyman, it sucks. I love him as a player, but
he's not.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone. There's just no possible, unless he really sits down and says, I'll take 8 years at $4 million or 3.5. I honestly think even that, they can't make it work. They have to let someone go. What's that?
It ain't happening.
I know it ain't happening. It sucks. It sucks.
You hate to see. Listen. What
we already had to ship off guys like Connor Brown.
Exactly.
Look at fucking Connor Brown, dude.
Because you won gold medal with Canada at the World Championships.
Top scorer on Ottawa. This Ottawa's shit team. But do you think fucking Connor Brown's expected to get 50 points, 20 goals?
I said for a long time when Connor Brown was on the Leafs, I said Connor Brown and Zach Hyman are our two hardest working players. We need to get more players like them. And they were like, no, we're just going to trade them. And I was like,
you know why? Because they couldn't afford them.
Right.
So they couldn't afford them.
So this is the issue, though, is we're going to be running into this issue every time. It's going to just be a vicious cycle, like we talked about. Vicious circle, vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's going to be every 3 years or 4 years. We're going to have a player like this. They're going to play well. It's going to be time to sign them again. And we're going to be like, sorry, we got to let you go because we got 3 plugs who don't give a fuck.
Well, it's like I said off the top of this discussion. The Leafs were in a vicious circle for 15 years with bad contracts. They finally get out of it because of Lou. Whatever, say what you guys will, because of Lou.
Kyle Dubis is like, hold my beer.
They get Austin Matthews, first overall, the best tank of all time, dignified tank.
Yeah.
And they're like, holy shit, we got a superstar.
Now what?
Now we can start to build something. And then they totally fucked the dog and gave him all this money way too fast.
Mitch Marner never deserved over $10 million, in my opinion.
Well, not only that, Mitch Marner signs for 10.9. A few days later, Mikko Rantanen, who is just as good, signs for like just over 9. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, so this is
why I know you want to blame players, and I'll blame players too because they don't show up. But I blame in management. Don't fucking give them those contracts.
I blame management.
Stand your ground. But let Nylander sit out. Let Marner sit out. Have some fucking stones. Don't let these players walk all over you.
They sign a contract, right? The contract goes both ways. I'm going to give you your money. In return, I expect you to perform to the best of your ability.
Then sign them for 1 or 2 year deals.
In my opinion, that is a breach of that fucking contract because Matthews and Marner in the playoffs did not perform not even close to the best.
I agree, and I will play devil's advocate for a second. I know you hate when I do that, but they only get paid for the regular season.
Which is
ridiculous.
I mean, sideways.
It is sideways. But anyway, no more Leaf talk. Mike, Big Science, this is your favorite segment as always.
Science.
Just stalling a little bit till I find the science fact intro.
Bitch! Magnets! Oh!
I am a scientist! You're a scientist!
Yes, science!
All right, big science fact.
Our boy Kitty sent me a clip today and he goes, you guys got to fit this in somewhere.
Shout out Kitty. We know he's told us this is his favorite segment, and I think this is among our favorite segments now. So today's big science fact, let's roll it along the bottom.
Let's do it.
20% of the Earth's oxygen is produced by the Amazon rainforest.
And that's not Jeff Bezos' Amazon. That's Amazon rainforest. Say that. You can't buy oxygen off Amazon. You probably could, but not in this quantity.
Didn't someone try and sell like
air, like a bag of air?
But it was like from the arena at Golden State. They were like, oh, this is the air from Oracle Arena, Game 6, whatever. Anyway.
Yes, they did.
So our atmosphere is made up of roughly 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, with various other gases present in small amounts. The vast majority of living organisms on Earth need oxygen to survive, converting into carbon dioxide as they breathe. Thankfully, plants continually replenish our plants' oxygen levels through photosynthesis. During this process, carbon dioxide and water are converted into energy, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. Covering 5.5 million square kilometers, 2.1 million square miles, the Amazon rainforest cycles a significant proportion of the Earth's oxygen, absorbing large quantities of carbon dioxide at the same time. I have no idea what I just read.
So basically what plants do is they rely on us to live, and we rely on plants more so to live. They're able to create their own food by, like you mentioned, photosynthesis. The leaves, that's their like food. They create their own food.
It's a vicious cycle.
They literally, so the sun shines on the fucking, on the leaves, and then the leaves, they create like, chlorophyll, and then photosynthesis happens, and then they use that energy, and that's how they grow. And while they do that, they emit oxygen. And that's why we are able to breathe. This is why it was a huge issue when half the Amazon rainforest burned down. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Right.
That was like
wasn't that long
years
ago. Yeah.
Obviously, we've had a worldwide pandemic happen since then, and I think a lot of things have fell through the cracks.
World War III almost happened at the beginning of January.
World War III, man, a lot of things happened, and a lot of things we forgot about because of COVID-19 and the pandemic. But one of the big ones was the Amazon rainforest almost burned down, like in its entirety, and it was a huge concern because of the fact that it provides 20% of the Earth's oxygen.
Did it say, covering 5.5 million square kilometers?
Right. And not only that, I'm pretty sure what they ended up doing with the part that burned down. It's in 2020. Okay, so what is it? More than
2,500 major fire burned across the Brazilian Amazon between late May and early November.
Wow. 2,500 major fires.
Late May, early November 2020?
Yeah.
So that's not even that long ago.
Yeah.
I don't even really remember.
No, remember Australia was on fire. The Amazon rainforest was on fire.
I just remember Australia.
This was all within COVID.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, lots has happened. COVID year has been an absolute, I don't even know what day it is. What year is it? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's why it was a huge concern, because without the Amazon rainforest, it could really put us in jeopardy, increasing pollution, climate change, that sort of thing, clear cutting trees. We really rely.
4 million acres.
How many?
Burnt down.
4 million?
2.2 million hectares or 5.4 million
5.4 million acres. How much did it even say was on there? Do you know? Can you pull it
like
up
the
again?
Amazon, I think it said 5.5 million square kilometers. Sorry. During this, carbon dioxide in the water energy release covering 5.5. Yeah, so the Amazon rainforest covers 2.1 million square miles or 5.5 million square kilometers.
So I don't know how
we're
big.
Canadian,
I don't know,
so we go kilometers.
Well, I don't even know what like the.
Sorry,
It's okay. It's okay. Just checking on your toe there. I don't even know
It's not
like
good, eh?
what's the conversion of a square kilometer versus an acre. I don't really know, but to me, 5 million acres sounds like a shitload. You know.
1 square kilometer is 247 acres.
Okay, so let's do some quick math here. 247.
Oh, big math. Big math.
Big math.
Is that a new segment we hear? Big math?
1 kilometer, so.
We'll play our real or real intro music as you figure this one out. I didn't know we get so in depth on a big science fact today, guys. You know, I mean, the Amazon rainforest is pretty phenomenal. They say
So that was about, it was about 20,242 square kilometers burnt down, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
What did I say, Joe? 20,242, 21,853. I didn't know the exact decimals. I thought I was pretty close.
It's pretty close.
I did 5 million. I didn't do 5.4 million. But anyway, that's a lot. That's
Is
a
the
lot.
Amazon rainforest one of the 7 wonders of the world? I don't want to actually throw that
I don't
out there.
even...
What are the 7? Ooh, let's try and do that.
So there's natural wonders. There's 7 wonders of the ancient world. Like that's like the pyramids and the Acropolis and
it's
stuff.
It's definitely in the top 7 natural wonders of the world. The Amazon rainforest. If it takes up 20%
like
of
the
the Earth's
Grand
oxygen,
Canyon,
yes,
Niagara Falls.
that is an actual Grand Canyon's an actual wonder of the world. I think. Producer, what are the 7 wonders of the world? The Colosseum,
Great Wall of China,
the Taj Mahal, the Petra. What is that? Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where the Amazon rainforest is. Machu Picchu.
Yeah, that's dope too.
Chichen Itza in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Click on the Great Wall, the Petra, the
Wow,
Jordan.
I didn't really like. Are the pyramids not in there? The Great Pyramids?
Chichen Itza is
the pyramids of Mexico.
I
I
thought
thought
so that's like.
Dude, I thought the Sphinx in the pyramids of the Giza. Is it Giza? You got some Egyptian in you, don't you?
Giza.
Look, isn't it
the Great Pyramids of Giza? I think is what.
Yeah,
it's called.
right.
Anyway, yeah. So that I've seen this before. I know people who have actually been there. That to me is one of the coolest things. Like I didn't know it was called the Petra, but I would love to go check it out.
The Great Pyramids of Giza.
It is. It is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So there's different 7 wonders of the world.
Where did you see ancient world?
Right there, buddy.
Oh, okay.
So there's ancient, there's natural wonders, which is like Niagara Falls, Grand Canyon.
I'm pretty sure the Amazon rainforest got to be in there.
Maybe.
I hope we're not losing people on this one. People like the big science though. We've had great reviews on it.
It is Giza, as Oz will confirm there with us. But anyway, fucking Amazon. Yeah, it's just, stop cutting trees down. We need them. We need to breathe.
Stop it doing it now.
Hey, stop it.
Stop. Hey, figure it out. Before we get you out of here, guys, let's go with some simulation theory. So, Mike, when you clean a vacuum cleaner, are you the vacuum cleaner?
Correct.
Nothing is ever on fire, but rather fire is on things. I feel like we need some poetic snaps.
Nothing is ever on fire.
But think about it. But rather fire is on things. That kind of makes sense.
No. I mean, it could go both statements are correct, I think.
Life is unfair to everyone. Does that mean life is actually fair?
Well, that's not true. Life is not unfair to everyone. So, I mean, come on.
Hey, we don't know.
No, I do know.
If you work security at a Samsung store, are you a guardian of the galaxy?
Yeah.
We should just call this segment dad jokes. This is pretty much what they are.
Yeah. We should get some cool fucking music for this too.
If you buy it, yes, we'll do that for next week. And speaking of next week,
Arthur, when they would do a flashback or something, they go.
Do you think I can find that on YouTube?
Yeah, maybe.
But
vacuum has 2 C's and 2 U's, by the way.
Whatever.
That says vacuum.
Are you the vacuum cleaner?
The vacuum cleaner. Vacuum.
If you buy a bigger bed, you're left with more bedroom, but less bedroom.
Yeah. No. Okay, so that it depends how that question was worded. Was there a space between the first bed and room? Because bedroom is one word if you're talking about the bedroom, but if you're referring to the room in the bed, I believe it's 2 words. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you might be right. Actually, I might have messed that one up with the vacuum. I can't really find the Arthur clip off the top here, but I'll find
one day
like some
we'll
transition shit.
We'll just like
watch an episode of Arthur. We'll do
just,
commentary.
Like, smoke some weed and watch Arthur.
Are we allowed to even watch Arthur? Like, well, I guess we don't show it. We could play some audio. No.
Hey.
What a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey,
what a wonderful. Yeah, you can listen to your heart.
Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes. Open up your ears. Get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Believing in yourself.
But that's the place to start. And I say,
hey, what a wonderful kind of day. I can't believe we actually know this song. I can't believe we actually know this song. That is actually incredible.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. At the end and DW's like, hey, and Arthur's like, whoa, and he falls down. Yeah, classic. Yeah, absolute classic.
Dora Winifred and Pal. Hey, Pal.
I wonder if like the voice actors of Arthur, like, did they ever do anything else? You think?
I don't know. Let's see here.
I also found out that. I'm sorry, I keep jumping back and forth.
Bro, improvisation.
Yeah, I know. I also found out that Spinelli is the same voice as Bobby from King of the Hill. I don't know if you knew that. Same actor.
I didn't know that one, but I knew that the actor did do multiple voices. I just saw Mr. Are you having cake?
Oh, hello. Remember he shows up to Arthur's house and his dad's a baker and he's like, are you having cake?
I'm actually mind blown how we actually rang off that whole song.
Yeah, well done.
Like it's literally just ingrained in our heads. But what I was going to say before we went off the rails, as usual, Binky Barnes.
Yeah.
We've been asked several times about when we're going to play The Land of the Snakes, the Hollywood movie that we made.
We like to build up the anticipation.
We do. The commentary will be coming out soon. Producer, is the camera still recording? It should be, right? Okay. But we'll get you out of here on that note. Next week, Mike, we'll write it down. We have to do the Land of the Snakes commentary video because multiple people have asked us when that's going to happen. But guys, thank you everyone for listening or watching today's episode. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons.
Smash.
Yeah, if you haven't already, and leave a nice rating or review, or don't. We really don't care. Hit us up on social media. Oh, did I just say that? Yeah, hit us up on social media at Improversation Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
Follow me.
Improversation P on Twitter. Let us know which celebrity character impression you want to hear next week. But until then, take care. Comb your hair.
Comb your hair. I thought you were going to let me say it.